Yep.
Yep.
Looks like it's going. Okay.
Fantastic.
Hello, Andres.
Hello, Hugo.
All right. So Jasmine's out again. I haven't uploaded the other episodes, so
Yeah.
no.
Nice.
So, it's been a while since anyone knows what's going on. But yeah, Jasmine's out again. She is
She's out of town.
out of town this time, not out of choice. And like last time. Yeah. So basically, I explained the podcast, right?
Right.
And it's about we're just watching movies, you know.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Welcome to Watcheando movies. I forgot to say that. We watch movies. Jasmine is not a film buff. Andres, you're
Film liker.
Yeah. He's he's getting there. You didn't care about movies until like 2016.
Right. Yeah.
So now like I show you a movie sometimes, like today.
Yep.
I should probably write better scripts. I don't trust my improv skills here. Yeah.
That was good, man. That was
That's
good.
great.
That's basically they get a great idea of what the podcast is gonna be like off of that intro. So that's gonna be good.
Yeah, and I'm a film buff. I've been one since I was 13. I'm 21 right now. And just how old are you?
I'm 25. Jesus Christ.
I've some people are surprised, and some people. One person I talked to was surprised that you guys are older than me.
Why?
Just they thought you guys were the same age as us.
Like based off our voices or the way we talk about movies?
Mm-hmm.
Do we sound like stupid little kids? Is that what they're trying to say?
I think so.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's me imparting wisdom on an older man. Okay. Yeah. I didn't really have anything planned because I just don't have a plan anymore for this podcast.
Yeah, man.
So I watched a movie this week. And I was like, hey, I kind of want to talk about this. So then I brought this opportunity to talk about it on a podcast.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Okay. That being said, Andres, what movie are we watching?
We are watching The One I Love.
Whoa, fascinating.
Tell me. Do you understand how insane you sound right now? It's so weird.
It's
isn't it?
really odd.
It's like a perfect retreat. Just the two of you. I've sent a lot of couples there, and they've all come back renewed.
Spoilers, of course. Okay, so The One I Love is directed by Charlie McDowell, and it's written by Justin Lader. Do you know who any of those are?
No.
Me either.
Nice.
It stars Mark Duplass, Elizabeth Moss, and Ted Danson. You've seen... have you heard of Mark Duplass before?
I think so. I don't know what else he's done, but I've definitely heard his name before.
Have you seen Safety Not Guaranteed?
No.
No.
But I know of it because it's got that one lady from Parks and Rec, right?
Yeah. I was
Aubrey
going to say
Plaza.
April. Ludgate.
That's her?
name.
That's her, man?
Yeah. And Elizabeth Moss, of course. The Invisible Man. Did you ever see, what's that show she's on? The Hunt? No, it's not. It's where she wears like a robe and like a little hat, like a white hat. On Hulu. It's like a cult thing, and then they force women to give kids or something like that.
I don't think I know this.
Have you've never heard of it?
No.
The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh.
Handmaid's Tale.
Oh.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
Have you heard
I've
of it?
heard the title,
Yeah,
but I didn't know
okay.
anything about it.
Yeah.
So
It's like a feminist sort of women are only producers of babies and stuff like that.
nice.
It's like Mad Max, that Mad Max thing, and Ted Danson, of course. You know who Ted Danson, right?
Yeah. He's from that one show.
Yeah, The Good Place. Yeah.
The other one too.
Cheers.
Where he at the bar.
Yeah. He wears a wig, by the way.
Like in real life?
Yeah.
Is he bald?
No. He just has a bald spot right here.
Okay.
But he's very open about it. He actually revealed it in an episode of Cheers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like part of the character as well, where he just takes it off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Cheers, but I never saw the whole show. I liked it a lot.
I watched like 5 episodes.
Really?
I was like, I was doing a thing where I was like watching a TV show from every decade. And I got to the 80s and I chose that for the 80s, and I'm like, I'm not really feeling this.
I liked it. I
Yeah.
thought it was fun, but I stopped watching at one point because I was like, a lot of these episodes kind of feel pretty similar to me. Like I'm starting to lose interest, and then I just stopped.
Yeah, that's a lot of sitcoms.
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like binging a sitcom is really hard for that
Yeah,
reason.
especially older ones that are like, will she, won't she, sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. You don't do that anymore. We get like 8 episodes now, 2 seasons, and that's it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the British people. British.
British people knew what they were doing from the start, man.
Yeah. It premiered at Sundance on January 21st, 2014. How old were you back then?
2014? Was
Yeah,
that 6 years
January.
ago?
Yeah, almost 7 now.
Almost
'Cause
7, so 18 years?
Wow, you were 18 at one point.
Crazy to think about, man.
I was 14. Yeah. Oh God. Second year of high school for me.
Nice.
Terrible time. It also premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival on April 25th. Do you know what the Tribeca Film Festival is?
I don't think so.
It's a New York film festival. It's only like independent movies, like the half of it premiered there. So yeah, that's what it is. Kind of, upper class sort of stuff. August 1st, it was released on VOD, and it had a limited release on August 22nd, 2014. On its limited release, it grossed $583,000 but there's no real indication of the budget here. I just saw an interview with the cinematographer who made like a joke about it, and then that's like what comes up on Google when you search the budget. So it's about $100,000. Yeah.
Is that what he said in the joke?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
like, he said he got this call from his agent, like, hey, I know you don't want to do indie movies anymore, but there's an indie movie. There's no script, and it's $100,000.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. The let me see. It has an 82% Rotten Tomato score, and a 76% audience score. And the critics' consensus says The One I Love doesn't take its intriguing premise quite as far as it could, but it still adds up to an ambitious, well-acted look at love and marriage. So here's the Google. I was saying Wikipedia summary, and that's wrong because it's on Google. I thought Google was just taking Wikipedia's thing, but it's a Google summary.
Nice.
Anyways, a couple, Mark Duplass, Elizabeth Moss, whose marriage is crumbling, have a surreal experience during a weekend getaway at a house recommended by the therapist Ted Danson. Okay. So, did you ever hear about this movie before?
Not once. I went in this completely blind.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I see it on Netflix a lot, like when you scroll. Yeah, have you ever? Yeah, you've seen it.
No, I don't think I've noticed it. I also don't scroll on Netflix very often. If I'm gonna watch something on Netflix, I go like, all right, I know I'm gonna look it for. I'm just gonna search it up right away.
Oh no, I usually just I scroll for hours. That's like a pastime for me. I do that thing. That's how I watch a lot of movies. When I'm like, especially because we're in quarantine now. Well,
yeah.
And I'm unemployed. I just like scroll and see what's there and click with. Yeah. So, what were your reactions to it? Did you like it?
I think I liked it.
You think you liked?
Um,
you watched it today, right?
Yeah, I watched it today. I know we've seen a bunch of movies since we saw Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's been like 3, right? Or 2?
I don't know.
Something. So we've seen a couple movies since that. But I feel like we're riding this wave of depressing movies.
Are
even
we?
Even though we're not. Like, I feel like the Sunshine and this are both kind of downers.
Yeah.
But we've seen a couple movies between those. But
Yeah.
for some reason in my head, I feel like, oh man,
Well,
we just keep watching all these depressing movies for
We
this
saw
podcast.
Francis Ha.
Which isn't really depressing.
No, I mean it's like still kind of.
It's
it has its moments. of
yeah,
things,
yeah.
And then Nightcrawler
Not depressing either, but
has dark stuff, but
maybe also downer, yeah.
yeah,
I guess.
maybe a little bit.
So I feel like this podcast has just been a bit of a downer lately for
Yeah.
me. So
You want me to pick a lighter movie?
no, not necessarily.
Yeah.
But I feel like that kind of affected my viewing for this. I was like, man, this made me pretty sad. Does that mean I don't like it?
That's
Not
what you said?
necessarily.
I thought this was fun.
I get it. I get why you think this is
Yeah,
fun.
I've never been in a relationship before.
But seeing this guy like struggling so hard to get this relationship like
working.
Yeah, it was very depressing, man.
Have you been in that situation?
No, I don't know. It was
You don't want to talk about it.
I don't know. That was just sad, man.
Yeah.
It made me really sad watching this. But I liked a lot of aspects of it. I did enjoy it, I think.
Let's talk about. So, please watch the movie first, because I feel like
Yeah,
This is one-
definitely you don't want to know anything about this movie, I
Yeah.
think, to get the best experience out of it.
yeah, it's great. There's a lot of twists and turns on it. Were you expecting any of those curveballs?
Out of the title alone and the way the movie started,
Mm.
I thought this was just gonna be a cute little thing of watching this couple rekindle their love.
Yeah.
And I did not get that at all, and it kept changing directions, and
Yeah.
that was cool. It kept me on my toes.
Yeah.
Like every time I thought, okay, I see what's happening. Nope, something completely different's happening,
Yeah.
which is nice. That was cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's honestly, I don't know what I was expecting either, but it wasn't this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at some point it starts getting really intense, and I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah, dude, it gets really intense near the end, and it's just like it feels like a completely different movie out of that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Do you have a favorite scene?
Do you?
Yes, I do have it. Yes.
All right, yeah, you should go first. Well,
Yeah,
I think
my favorite scene is the ending, actually. It's like that whole like 10 minutes where it's right into the spoilers, right? But
Right.
it's where the copy of him like
is running.
running, and then he smashes into the wall. That's and then he chooses one of them, and then he finds out that it's the other one.
Yeah,
That's like really like whoa. And I like the way in that moment that the camera just sort of stays on him, and then it like zooms in a little bit, and it's very slowly, and he's just like looking around, and then it's in silent, and then the song comes up. I think that's very well done, and that's sort of like whoa, we're stuck with it, with
yeah.
the character like that.
I don't have a favorite scene. I think I'm trying to think of one that stood out to me. That one was really good.
Yeah,
I also just like when we're looking at the two. What were her names? Sophia, something like that.
yeah. Let's go with that. Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, Elizabeth Moss. We're looking at both of her, and then one of them's looking down at the dead guy,
Yeah,
and you're kind of supposed to think that's the fake one because
Yeah.
she was in love with him. Well, they
Yeah.
were both in love with him, but you're supposed to think like the reason he picked the other girl was because it was obviously that was the fake one. Like she just lost her lover.
yeah.
That was cool.
Did you think that he chose the right one for?
No, I thought
Yeah,
like as soon as they did the costume change, I was like, all right, we're gonna have a situation where it's gonna be like who's who, and we're gonna pick the wrong one.
Yeah.
I just assumed that right away.
yeah, yeah. But let's. I feel like I chose that favorite scene a little too fast. But let's talk about the first like 20 minutes of it when we first understand what's going on. Were you confused at all? I was a little bit confused. That's because I wasn't paying a lot of attention in the beginning. And then-
Like the very like opening scene.
Yeah,
and how
and
they're
even-
talking and they're in a different place. Like you hear them talking, and they're describing what they're doing, but they're talking about a different time. They're not talking about what they're doing right now at that moment.
Oh yeah, that also confused me, but that's not what. I
Oh,
was
okay.
But yeah,
Well-
that did confuse me as well. And they're like talking about a memory, but we're not seeing the memory. We're seeing the recreation of the memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took me that's a while to understand. Yeah, that confused. But like when you see him first in the guest house, and it's not actually him.
Okay.
Yeah, like were you like, what's going on here?
I didn't start thinking what's going on until she went to him on the couch.
Yeah.
And he was like, we didn't just have sex. And then I was like, oh, okay, something's happening.
Yeah. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Yeah. What did you think it was in the beginning?
I thought they were gonna have like visions of themselves, but not really themselves, and I
Yeah.
thought that was what was gonna happen. This place was magical, and they were gonna remember why they fell in love with each other through
Oh,
these memory
That
type
would have been so
situations.
sweet. Huh?
That's what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be this little cute movie like that. So I thought that's what they were setting up, and
It's
that's
not that at all.
that's not what it was.
Yeah. My first thought was aliens. It's just like, these are aliens, and they're trying to do something.
Nice.
Yeah. But then for a while, when was it? I think I also thought in a way that way. What am I saying? I thought like, oh, this is supposed to be like younger versions of themselves, because I noticed that his hair
Was messy.
was messy
And he didn't have
and
glasses.
yeah, and it looked. I feel like Mark Duplass does have a. I pay attention to hairlines now. Right? So
Right.
I feel like in his like with the glasses, he has a very noticeable receding hairline, and then when he was the other guy, it wasn't as noticeable. So I thought like, hey, maybe that's
Yeah. Okay.
a little clue. I don't think it was meant to be that, but it would have been nice if that was like a detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
If that's how they did it.
Yeah. So the second reveal is that they're real people.
Yeah.
That's scary. That was scary.
That's still. I'm still a little confused about that.
What do you mean?
Like they're real people, but like, are they like the therapist guy get these actors to be these perfect guys?
No.
Are they clones? What's going on? What happened? How
So-
how are they? How do they exist? Because they show when he's looking at the computer, them trying to mimic the voice
Yeah.
just right.
Yeah.
So that's why I was thinking. All right, maybe they're actors and they're trying to act exactly like these guys, and they somehow look exactly like. I don't know.
I thought it was gonna be robots with that,
Man.
but I think. Oh Jesus Christ! I keep touching this. So I think the movie. So Mark, no, what's his name? Ted Danson, is like some magic person or whatever, and he like makes them go to the resort, and that always happens, right? The previous couple who was there now has to turn into them, and I think that Ted Danson like makes them look permanently like them,
Okay,
and then-
I see now.
and then he like sort of trains them how to be like each other,
Yeah.
and then they need to trap the new couple coming in, so that they can get out, and then that's sort of like rotation, and then that goes on and on. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're not supposed to. I don't think it doesn't matter how it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I
Yeah.
feel like I still got
Like the main deal.
the main detail without knowing what those people were supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I missed that. Like I didn't realize that what they were supposed to be. Just the last couple that was there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And I think Elizabeth Moss says it, and then there's that one scene where Mark Duplass is all like, he's like complaining about like, I'm losing my wife, and then like, what even are you,
Yeah.
And then she's like, she says something. He's like, how'd you know that? Because I'm your wife, which is not exactly it, but you can tell that like she's a person.
Yeah.
She's a human.
Yeah.
She's not an
Okay.
alien. Yeah. And then he still doesn't get it for a while though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she ultimately does say that, right? Like at the end.
She does say that you guys were supposed to stay trapped here. We were supposed to get out, but
Yeah.
then they fell in love and blah blah blah.
Yeah. How, by the way, like, I know we're not supposed to think about it, but like the mechanism of like they're supposed to fall out of love without the other person falling in love. How are you supposed to convince them to fall out of love? If like isn't the main point like to get them to cheat and like to get them to fall in love with someone else?
Yeah. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Or maybe like the guy just completely messed up and he's supposed to be like an asshole to her.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But since he fell in love with her,
Yeah.
that's why it didn't work out.
By the way, he in the beginning of the movie he sees the computer room. Like he goes into that computer room. Why didn't he check? He did look at the computer. Why didn't he check like the files and be like, I wonder
Yeah, these are weird.
These are-
Something's going on here.
and then click around. And
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, that's a good point. I would have probably done that immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And then, what do you think about Elizabeth Moss's character, though? Let's talk about the characters. Let's talk about how we feel about them personally. Which one do you like more?
I sympathize more with Mark guy.
Yeah, Ethan, I think is his name, right?
Yeah, Ethan. I sympathize more with him. Like, I get it. You went to this thing to try to save your relationship, and now your wife is falling in love with a fake you instead. like I completely get his distress. I get why he's freaking out. I get why he thinks it's weird in the first place. Like, yeah, I completely get everything with him.
I feel like everyone should think it's weird.
Yeah.
And she doesn't for some reason. And
she's happy, man. That's what she says. So,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
who am I to judge?
Yeah. I think a red flag, like, immediately, I'd been like, I don't know if I trust this person, was when she was like, no, I want to stay. And then, like, because when they're at the diner, she's like, we could, like, search it further and see what happens. And then he starts going in like, okay, we should ask them questions and test them and stuff. And she's like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't that your suggestion to do that
Yeah.
for fun? And she obviously just wanted to, like, be in there. And I think she's like, I think on the surface level, you'd say that Ethan is the bad one in the relationship because he's not good at communicating and such, and he's boring now or whatever because he's old.
Yeah.
But she's very selfish and she doesn't listen to any sort of reason.
Yeah.
Like, he's like,
I mean, she straight up cheats. Kind of? I don't know. Is that kind of, yeah, I think that's straight up cheating.
Well,
it's not really him.
Yeah, but they make a rule like no intimacy, and then she
still does it.
immediately breaks it. Yeah. So I guess that is cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was actually really happy when he got the other one.
You know, like, I feel like in the long run,
Yeah.
that's going to work out better for him. Good for him, man.
Good for- she seems nice.
She makes you bacon. You like bacon? Your old wife did it. Problem solved.
He's just gonna die of like a clogged artery now.
But he's gonna be happy.
But he's gonna be happy. Yeah. Do you think? Why do you think? Because she moves on quite quickly. I think. Because she was. Remember when she was like, because I love him, I want you guys to leave, and like a few minutes later, she's like, all right, I'm leaving with you. Ethan.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, him finally trying to communicate with her might have been like, all right, maybe we can make it work out. Because he's like begging her to come with him. He's like, I know I'm not good with words. I don't remember exactly what he says, but he's like,
I'm not like cool and make cool metaphors.
yeah, but you can see he's trying. Maybe that was like, all right, maybe we can still make it work if you're going to put in this effort now. So
And
maybe that's why she was like, yeah, I'll go with you.
Did she hear that though?
Did she hear it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because the fake Sophie, right?
No.
No.
It's the real Sophie at the time.
Yeah,
when he's
but
telling her that.
she like stays with the.
Oh,
fake
did the fake Sophie hear that? Is that what you're asking?
yeah.
Good question.
No, I don't think she did.
I don't know.
Interesting though.
yeah.
And it seemed because at that point also it seemed like she was gonna change minds, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why would you stay with the fake one if you have no idea who this guy is?
Yeah.
And his whole purpose was just to charm you.
Yeah. Like, of course she's gonna do it right.
yeah. I would have picked the other one. Like, I thought that's what she was gonna suggest when she went in to the guest house. Like, okay, I have a plan. I thought they're like, let's just leave right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I
we
thought
got
that's what
this.
she was gonna be
Yeah.
like. They're in love. Let's just start a new life together.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
that would have been weird though. I feel,
I mean, maybe they didn't have to start a new life together, which could have just been like, someone's gonna stay trapped here.
yeah.
They're in love anyways.
Well,
Let's
then
just
be
go
tra-
start new lives.
Yeah.
They don't have to be together necessarily.
No. Also, I feel so bad for her. I think she got the worst end of the deal because not only does her husband fall in love with another woman, but like the whole time that she's supposed to be like talking to Ethan and stuff, it's just a mess.
Yeah.
He's like questioning her, interrogating her, yelling at her.
Yeah.
And
And at first, he's not even talking to her. He just walks in like, "Oh, my bad," and just runs out.
yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like at the ending scene, she seems a lot happier than, she seems like happy with the choice she made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Good for her,
I'm sure they're gonna have a good life together now.
Yeah. Let's talk about the writing. Oh, what did you notice? How about that? What did you notice?
What did I notice? All right. So I think this movie had a really cool score.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. Go on.
So specifically, the thing that stood out to me the most was the very first time when he wakes up and he's with the fake Sophie. She's making him breakfast. And he's like, something's weird here. He runs out, sees the real one, and he's like, something's going on. And then he goes back into the house. And the music is like very mysterious. Like, very mysterious in the back. But the thing I heard the most, like, the strongest thing was just like, I think it's like a flute or something. It's like a wind instrument, and it sounds very cartoonish, and it's like I would expect that like in a kids show or something, like cartoon, and it's like a very weird blend with that mysterious music in the background and the flute playing, and that was awesome. I love that.
Yeah, there was a excuse me. There was something that reminded me of There Will Be Blood, where it's like I don't know what it is, but like when they like, you know, like when they smash stuff, touch stuff. What am I doing? Like, you know, like it sounds like if you got two objects, and then when yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I hope everyone else knows what I mean. But yeah, that sort of like intensity.
Yeah.
I like that like it takes you out of it, you know. There's also a moment, I can't remember what it was, but when he's like trying to talk to Elizabeth Moss, and then the score is like louder than the words.
Yeah.
I love when movies do that. Because then I feel like anyone would be like, I wonder what's wrong. Why did they mess up?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's intentional. I remember, anecdote, right? When Interstellar came out, you know Interstellar?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I watched it for my film class in
Nice.
community college.
Nice. Showing Nolan, that's very interesting for a film class. Anyways, there's moments where like the score is super loud and you can't really hear what the characters are saying, right?
Yeah.
Apparently a lot of theaters got complaints about that.
Really?
They started putting signs outside of doors going like, sometimes you're not going to be able to hear the dialogue over the score that is meant to be like that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They just thought they messed up or something?
Yeah. They'd be like, hey, this sound is bad in this movie.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing I noticed, I think this would be sound editing, and it's when the fake Ethan runs into the invisible wall. Because it makes it sound that it sounds like he really hits a wall, but there's also this, like, I don't know how to describe that sound. This very weird vibration where it's like it wasn't a real wall.
Yeah.
Like, it makes it sound weird.
Rubbery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see the invisible wall, like, ripple through as he hits it. So it's cool. It's a really cool effect.
Yeah. And it's like the only special effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's actually, when they show him running, like they show both of their faces running. Whoa. Hello? Whoa. They show both of them running, and then you can see like they sort of I gotta start remembering these filmmaking terms because I'm supposed to know them.
Nice, yeah.
Whatever it is, composite. There's the composite Mark Duplass twice, and it looks kind of weird, but it's only for like a second. Just my little criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a pretty cool visual effect. I'm sure there's a lot of other ones that we just don't notice.
Yeah.
Like maybe the whole thing was green screen. No, probably not. Yeah. What do you think of? Let's talk about the acting. It's just two people.
It's just two people.
And
And they're both great because they're both playing two different.
yeah.
Each person's playing two different people, and they all do feel unique.
Yeah, they do. That's pretty. Like they feel they have like their own textures.
Yeah.
And everything. And I think that's very impressive, especially for Mark Duplass. Like Elizabeth Moss, no offense, right? Elizabeth Moss is like great, and I feel like of course she could do that. But Mark Duplass,
Yeah.
yeah, good job, Mark Duplass. I've been watching a few of his movies lately. I don't know why I'm in the mood for him. That sounds so wrong.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you ever seen The League?
That show
Yeah.
about fake football thing.
Yeah, fantasy football.
Yeah.
With it's with him. And,
He's in it?
Yeah, he and Nick Kroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a guy there who lied about 9/11.
What?
He lied about. This is gonna go way off topic, but there's this guy in the league. I don't know his name. He's a comedian, and he talked about how he was at the World Trade Center on 9/11. He was working on some business on some building, and he saw the first plane hit on the other side of the tower, and then he got out, and he said it was like a war zone, yada yada yada, right? And then he would like say that all over in talk shows and interviews, and then it was found out like in 2015 he was just lying.
What the
he
heck?
never worked at the World Trade Center, but he was like he had so much details in his story. It's like, whoa, how? And it's like he says it with like intensity and seriousness, and it's so weird that it's just a lie. And the reason they found it is because they're like, that company didn't exist in that floor, there.
Man,
Yeah.
it's wild. Why would you lie about
Why
that,
would you
dude?
lie?
Uh,
Yeah. That's what makes that funny is like the same year there was this journalist. I might edit this out, but there's this journalist called Brian Williams, and he was on ABC, and then he lied about being on a helicopter when he got attacked in Afghanistan by the enemy or whatever, and it was like a life-threatening situation and blah blah blah, and he lied. He was lying the whole time. Again, he got fired from ABC.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, keep all of this. It's very interesting
It's
stuff.
very- yeah. Don't lie. Just don't lie.
Yeah.
It's so much.
Especially about something like that,
Yeah,
where people
right.
can pull up these facts and you're going to look awful for lying about something like that.
Yeah.
Don't risk it. You want to tell a little small white lie that's not going to affect anyone?
Yeah, like
sure,
I
whatever.
love you. It's-
Whatever. But something like that, man, people are going to think so different of you now.
yeah. Anyways, the movie is. What were we talking about? The movie?
We went from
Oh, acting.
acting,
Yeah.
the league, yes.
Great job.
Yeah.
Ted Danson's in it for 5 minutes. He did good too.
Yeah, I like him a lot, man. He's a cool guy.
He was at the protests for the climate change like last year,
Nice.
and he got arrested.
Nice.
He-
Oh,
yeah.
I saw a picture of him,
And
yes.
he talked to a few teenagers, and he was like, "Getting arrested is good for the mind, for development." Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a hippie, a cool guy. Yeah, great acting.
Yeah.
We talked about the score. Let's talk about writing. Did we talk about writing already?
I mean,
Kind of.
a little bit, but
Yeah, that sort of switch of genre. Very hard to do.
Yeah.
Very hard to keep an audience engaged in it. Yeah, I think they did. The guy that wrote this doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
man, has he done anything else?
I don't think so.
Damn.
I think good chance it was just Mark Duplass who wrote it, and he just like gave it a pseudonym, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because he's a writer. He writes basically all the movies he stars in.
Cool.
So yeah. It's great, that sort of character development and the build up in stakes and the tension of him like trying to figure out what's going on and then trying to figure out what his wife is doing, and then ultimately like the climax takes place like 20 minutes when there's 20 minutes left of the movie.
Yeah.
That's when they like meet each other. Yeah. And that's intense, and you're like, wow, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen here. That's great. I didn't even think about how they shot it, those scenes. Oh,
Yeah,
that must
yeah.
have been a pain in the ass to shoot. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, these are two couples talking to each other. Did not for a second think about
Man.
any of that aspect. Whoa. Yeah. Talk about the cinematography. Speaking of which, did you notice anything with it?
I don't think anything that jumped at me.
No, it's kind of. I think it kind of looks like Palm Springs.
Mm.
It kind of has that vibe. Sometimes it looks really colorful, but not like often. But it has like a handheld vibe throughout the whole thing, which is part of the course, part of the course for indie films.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also makes it feel more intimate and intense. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
34 minutes.
Nice. All right.
You know what? This is gonna push us back all the way to the beginning, but I
Yeah.
know what my favorite scene is.
Oh, okay. All right, go on.
My favorite scene is when they're playing poker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, the fake guy, fake Ethan's saying like, I can tell everyone's bluff. I'm good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then real Ethan starts playing, and they're like going at it. He's like calling him out and stuff. and it's really intense, and that's awesome. I loved it. It was
Yeah.
great.
And that's where he comes up with that metaphor, right? Of the what's it called?
Aardvark?
Aardvark.
Yeah.
And it's so pretentious. it's like it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what's cool, you know?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Ethan was absolutely not in the wrong for questioning things.
No.
And everyone's trying to make him feel like
Oh
you're
my
an idiot,
God.
dude. Just let it go.
That's why I hated Elizabeth Moss. It's just like, are you joking? Why are you just like taking everything that
Yeah.
they're
How are
telling
you
you?
fine with this?
Yeah, this should be like super weird.
Like, yeah, the aardvark doesn't care if the lights are on, but he's an animal. We're humans. We're
Yeah.
above this. We gotta figure out why things happen the way they do.
Yeah, especially when like you might die.
Yeah, like this could totally be a life-threatening situation. We
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
Yeah, they could be like aliens. Like that would be my first thought. Like aliens are here and they're doing some shit. They
They're
gotta
trying
get
to
out of
fuck with
here.
us. Yeah.
Would you have gone back? Like they
After
left
he
right
left?
away.
No. No, I would have been like, that was freaky, man. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
trusting
not-
it.
I'm just
I
gonna.
would have gone back to the therapist right away, like,
Hey, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, you didn't warn us at all. Like, a heads up would have been great, man.
Yeah, I might have investigated it, but I wouldn't have like fallen.
I think the curiosity would have been really strong,
Yeah.
but I think the fear would have been stronger. I don't think I would
you
have.
don't think so? I would need a partner on the same level of me to be like, okay,
Yeah.
for real though, we are gonna investigate
Yeah.
what's going on.
If I had someone like Elizabeth where she was like, whatever, I'm just here for fun, then
Yeah.
it would have been an easy nope. Not
nope,
happening.
Out of here.
Yeah.
I'm getting a divorce.
It's not worth the marriage, man.
Yeah. Good. What the hell? Oh, your favorite scene, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite scene, man. It's a good scene.
Yeah.
And that's
Uh,
also a really great one for the acting because
Mhm.
they do completely feel like two different people. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Because the fake Ethan is like extroverted and the other one's kind of shy and like keeping to
Yeah.
himself. And he's obviously like observing everything.
Yeah.
See what's going on. But there's that one scene where the fake Ethan and the real Ethan are talking, and the fake Ethan's like, "You haven't figured it out yet." I'm like, "What did he tell him? Like, we never figured out what he told him.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What did he mean? You know?
Yeah.
Probably
I don't know.
lies. You know? It's probably a lie.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyways, I'm happy for Ethan though. I know he's probably freaked out about it, but I think that'd be a better life. I'd rather be with her.
I loved his face at the edge of the bed because you can
Yeah.
really just feel like his heart drop to his stomach.
Yeah.
He's like freaking out about it. That was awesome. But you know, I'm sure eventually after things settle down and he realizes his new life, it'll be fine. He'll be
Yeah.
fine. He'll be happy.
I wonder if she like knew what she was doing, because obviously like she wasn't doing a good job in their interactions, because he was
Yeah.
asking questions and she did not have answers for
Yeah.
it. But like she must have known that he, you know, eggs and bacon. Yeah, he told her she doesn't let me have bacon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless she just forgot about it throughout the whole intensity of it.
Yeah, it's possible.
I like to think that-
it was a pretty small throwaway line. Like,
You know what it is?
What?
I think she thought he knew.
Ah. He picked her on
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
Man.
I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the smile and the nod that she gives is like,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, we got this. We can do this. So, yeah.
Man, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Directing? Editing.
Editing.
Didn't really notice it,
Yeah.
which is good. You're not always meant to notice it.
Yeah. Everything flows
Really?
right.
Yeah.
Nothing ever like stood out as jarringly bad or anything.
Yeah. And it's great for a movie that's an hour and 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Well paced, everything. And directing.
I mean, I guess editing, the fact that they're all edited together in the same scenes.
Wow.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, that's
Because
really
it
good.
is
Yeah.
it's really well done.
And
like,
the fact that you don't notice it.
yeah,
is
it
pretty
is
impressive.
really well done.
Especially at this budget. Where you're
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
yeah, where it's, I know, like it's a lot. It's kind of weird. We had a small budget of $100,000. Like it's like a lot of people's like entire lives earnings, but it is pretty small for a movie. So not a lot of leg space to go about that. So very impressive that they made it feel all natural, and like they were actually interacting with each other,
Yeah.
and that it didn't really. We didn't. I don't know. Did you notice that they were like using body doubles and stuff?
No.
No, I don't think so. And they were even fighting. I didn't
Right
even-
when they
yeah,
fought.
Yeah.
That was the cool part.
Yeah, I didn't even think about how they shot that. That must have been hard. I guess one of their faces must have been covered at some point.
There's when they're hugging each other. There's a point where you can't see either one's face. So
Maybe that's not Mark Duplass isn't even on there.
yeah, it could be just two stunt doubles that just have the right body type. Either
Yeah.
way, though, good job, man.
Good job. Yeah. 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 Because
Yeah.
there's also that scene where he's like walking and then he has the two Elizabeth Mosses right behind him, and
Yeah.
I didn't even blink about the
Yeah.
visual effects of that.
Yeah,
Wow. Good job. It's great. That's great.
it is
man.
good, man. It's good.
Great. I wonder if they did. I wonder why they didn't do anything else really. Oh, I'm sure like the editors probably did something. I didn't check out what
Right.
they did, but yeah, good job. Good job. Good job.
Good.
Yeah. Directing.
Directing. All right. What'd you notice?
Nothing. I don't know.
Nothing. All right. Cool. Me either.
Great job.
Good job.
Putting
it was
it all
good. It was all
together,
good.
man.
It was all good.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great movie. I think I really liked it. And I thought, wow, I can't believe I didn't watch it sooner.
I think I do like this movie. It's just it's a downer, and I'm already feeling kind of down. And this movie put me in a very
They seemed
sad
happy
mood.
at the end, though.
I mean,
Until he finds out.
until he's in the bed, freaked out, you know.
Yeah.
But hey, overall, I do think it's a happy ending for him
Yeah.
once he moves on.
Yeah. I think it'd be pretty weird still when you're like, oh my god, that's a different person.
Yeah,
Like, I don't even know how they actually look like.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this is what they look like now, man.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I wanted to figure that out. I wanted to see like a picture of them. See
Yeah.
what they look like. That'd have been interesting.
Well, I mean, when they're scrolling through the couples, we can maybe assume the
One of
one
them?
right before their picture was them, if they're all in order. Who knows?
I think, or maybe I thought the couples were like people, the ones that left. You know.
Mm.
Or maybe not. No, that's
Because
you know what
they got
he.
the ones that stay get turned into these new ones, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So Mark found a picture of them. He's like, we didn't take that picture.
yeah,
Yeah, and it was like in that same pose that everyone was doing.
yeah.
So they already took the picture. Yeah. Oh wait, that means the couple. That does mean that's a couple. Oh,
Yeah,
interesting. Whoa. I should go back and see what they look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Well, we were talking about directing. How did we? Yeah, great movie. It's a great movie. Check it out. You should have already watched it before listening to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
it's gonna be a much different effect now.
Yeah. I honestly thought when I saw the picture, I was like, it's gonna be like a hardcore relationship drama.
I thought it was gonna be it was gonna be very heavy dialogue about this couple rekindling the fire,
Yeah.
and my God,
It's amazing.
it's good.
Twilight Zone. And,
Very Twilight Zone feeling. Yeah,
and he says it
yeah.
in the movie. He's like,
Does he?
This is some Twilight
You're
Zone
right.
shit.
You're right. I remember. But yeah, it absolutely is very Twilight Zone feeling type thing.
Yeah.
So it's neat.
Yeah. So, what would you change?
You know, I don't think I would change much. Like Elizabeth's character is but if she wasn't
Then
it wouldn't have been as awesome to see all the things that happened with her.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I would change anything.
I think when the climax was happening, I'm like, there's not enough time for the movie to wrap it up. And I think it did wrap it up well, but I would have liked a little bit more. You know, a little longer. Maybe that'll ruin it. But, I did want to watch what happened a little bit longer.
Like at the very end.
Oh, no, like when they're like finally like wrapping up like what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see how that could get messy though if they try.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, know,
But yeah, I hear you.
if I wanted more, that means it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
That's what people say. That's what I've been told. Yeah. What would you rate it out of 10?
I think 8.5.
Nice. I'd go like a 9.
Nice.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
It's good.
It's good.
Don't watch it if you're depressed. I don't know.
I say you should watch it when you're depressed.
I don't know.
I think it's a great time.
Yeah, if you're those people who like to get more depressed when you're depressed.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty depressing stuff at points.
Yeah.
If you're in a failing relationship, I don't recommend this movie for you.
Yeah. Maybe. Or maybe you like seeing yourself portrayed on screen.
Like Eternal Sunshine, I feel like if you just got out of a relationship, it's amazing to watch that movie because of that's what the movie's about.
Yeah.
But this movie, if you're in the situation the movie's about, I don't feel like it's a good time.
It's probably because it's more like, I don't know, less optimistic
Maybe.
about their relationship.
Maybe.
From, like, the whole strand of it. Because we never really see it get better. We just see it get worse.
Yeah.
And with Eternal, we see it get better.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's,
maybe.
it gets better at the end when he gets a different person. Maybe that's what it's about. Maybe like that's what the whole movie is about.
Yeah, you
is
know.
that sometimes you just gotta move on.
Yes.
Oh my God.
There it is.
There it is. Because in the beginning, he's like, we should just move on from that. She's like, we can't move on just because you want to move on.
Hey, there it is,
Oh
man.
my God.
We figured it out, guys.
It's about moving on. The one I love. Wow.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Damn. That's great. Great theme. Guys.
Great theme.
Great theme. All right.
I bumped it up to a 9.
It's because of that. Wow. I can't believe I didn't think about that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, thanks.
At the very end, do you think maybe for a small chance it was the right Elizabeth? And the reason she's making them bacon is to, like, show that she's trying to change it up
I
and
would hate
make
that.
him happy?
I would hate that. Because she sucks.
Yeah, I don't think he should end up with her.
No.
The real one.
Yeah.
But I did think for a chance, maybe like, okay, maybe it's supposed to be that. But I do think overall it's not that, and it's the fake one.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think there was symbolism with the Russian doll?
Huh.
Like there I don't know, people within people. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Different layers to something.
I don't know. If that was the case, I don't feel like they explored that enough.
Yeah.
And then our most inner self is the cutest one, because that's what she says. The tiniest one's so cute.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I think
We're changing it again. Oh my God.
No. But you know what? Because he also seems happier. Because he never really gave the fake Sophie a try, right?
Right.
Just like,
not at all.
I'm not
Yeah.
even going to bother with that. And Sophie gave the fake Ethan a try, and she was a lot happier. And at the end, we see him smiling and playing around and stuff. And like being like, give me a kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Move on, basically. If you're in a bad relationship, don't try to make it work. Just break up and move on. That's the moral of the story.
I think it's important to realize when the relationship's not working. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think especially like if you've been in it for a while.
Yeah.
I guess some people do get comfortable. And then they just like, oh, what's the point of moving on? And then this movies are like, well, yeah, you'd be uncomfortable. And they like throws it to like the most intense situation that you'd be uncomfortable in. And it's like, but trust me, it's worth it at the end because you'll be happy at some point until you're not anymore. You know?
And then you should start over. It's
You just
easy.
start over because life is a living hell. So, yeah. Anyways, is that the end of the discussion? Do you want to talk more?
I think that's all I have to say.
Yeah. I've been wanting to talk about, like, yeah, I'm glad he's with another person. I
Yeah.
just wanted to say that out loud. All
I
right.
like the ending a lot.
Yeah. I watched it on YouTube like 4 more times.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I just love that song. Comes out at the perfect moment, man. Love that shit. Anyways. Oh, by the way, Mark Duplass, one time, 2 years ago, he tweeted, he's all like, I don't agree with him, but he always makes his points, and that's why I always watch Ben Shapiro.
Okay.
Yeah. And he got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of
man.
weird, though. He didn't have to say anything. I mean, he is a fascist, right? Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
He's inspired mass shootings.
Yeah.
Maybe just keep that to yourself. If you're an actor and you watch him. Yeah. Did you hear about Toby Turner, by the way?
What? Oh, he promoted someone, right,
Yeah,
on Twitter.
and the NGO.
Yeah, I don't know who he
and,
is though.
Yeah, he's a fascist as well.
Ah.
Yeah.
So goodbye, Toby. Well,
Oh,
I mean,
he
Toby was
also
already
raped,
canceled
yeah,
one
he
time.
raped someone apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I heard it was proven
No.
not happening, but
No, he's
No?
just like, she is crazy. She was a fan of mine. She's stalking me. He's like fake crying in front of a camera. Yeah,
all right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid and I liked him.
Me too.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's a
man.
weird time to be. God, I hate. Honestly, I feel like most of those YouTube guys were kind of terrible anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can follow me at Hugo MK. Okay, that
sticking
sounded
with it
better
this
in
time?
my head. That sounded better in my head. Hugo MK. I'm gonna change it again, I guess. I'm just because saying Gen Z cool, like killed me inside.
So are you gonna change it back to Gen Z cool, or are you gonna
No.
come up with a new one?
I'm gonna try to come up with a new one.
So follow Ugo. He's gonna change it up, but
Just follow me in general.
you can follow me at Andy_030.
Okay. Thanks for listening.
Good night. I love you.